All right, you guys, I want to show you hand slabbing, being able to create a slab just by hand. I don't have a rolling pin, I don't have a slab roller. I'm at home or I'm in the classroom and I want to do a slab a little bit quicker than using the slab roller, or I don't feel comfortable with it, or I don't necessarily need it. So I want to show you how to do that by hand. I've got a chunk of reclaimed clay here that I'm just like always going to wedge it. Remember our minimum 15 times. If it starts getting a little dry on you, spray in a little bit of water. Even when I'm doing a slab, just like I showed you guys in a previous video, I still want to, once I've done my wedging, I'm going to get my clay into a cube. Now, for doing this slab, I'm going to actually make my cube, as opposed to square, I'm going to make it a little bit more rectangular, so I'm just going to throw it on opposite ends. You'll kind of see that's helping me widen out my clay. Now from here, and I kind of want to do that until I can get two hands on it like this. From here, I'm going to grab with my thumbs on the bottom, fingers on top, and I'm not being crazy forceful, I'm letting gravity and the weight of my clay do the work. I want to throw my slab down, and I want to try to imagine that I'm hitting almost in a wave-like action, where I'm hitting the front edge of it first and doing it. And as I throw it, I'm going to come towards me a little bit. Takes a little bit to get to the hang of it, but once you get that feeling, you'll start to see how quickly, and you can see I'm not throwing it very hard, but I'm tossing it once and then doing it on the other side. Now you can see how this is elongating my slab. Let's say I want to keep this more squared. I would just flip this and do the same process from the other side. Again, I'm going to flip it because I'm starting to get long that way and I want to keep it more symmetrical. You may not be, it depends on what you're making. If I'm doing this for a plate or a platter, or I'm using a mold to do a bowl, this might work great. You can see I've hand slabbed in very little time. Good, even, and the better you get at it, the more even you'll get when you're slabbing these. But this works nice, and then I can come in with my metal rib with my sponge. Really, anytime you're doing a slab, whether you're hand doing it or doing it on the slab roller or with a rolling pin, come in with your metal rib, add a little bit of water to it, and I'm just going to slightly on my surface go over the whole thing. This is going to help compress that clay, any cracks you might have, any flaws, especially if you're using the slab roller or you're on the wedging table where it's got a lot of nicks and little lines in it. This will help eliminate those lines out of my clay. You can see compared to the other side, I've got some faults in it, but it'll help with that. Now I've got my good slab that I can utilize whether I'm using a form or not. So if I'm using this on one of the molds, I can pop my slab and trim. And then I can begin to do my adjustments and attachments. But good way to hand slab.